Hello friends, we're going through a collective ego death right now. People are questioning their whole entire reality as it is falling apart right in front of them. With the whole thing that's coming out right now about who the leaders of this world really are. And some of us have already known this for a while, and we've kind of gone through moments of questioning and grief and our realities breaking down a few years ago. But there are many people who don't know, and their whole reality is literally breaking down in front of their eyes. They thought the government was trustworthy, and then they blindly trusted them during COVID, and then we saw what happened, and it was very unsavory. And now even more stuff is coming out, and the conspiracy theorists are getting a I told you so moment. Oh my god, I just found a dead fox. Holy shit. Whoa. Oh no, baby. Is this a sign of some sort? That's not very nice. I might come back here to pick up some skull if it's still here. But that's so sad. He's still fresh. A lot of us were already aware of the things that are happening and that our world is run by satanic pedophiles, but at the same time, the wave of collective grief, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word, by the way, or if I need to censor it on here, but the wave of collective grief that's hitting, it's still impacting us even if we knew what was happening already. And I just want to say that whoever you are, whether you're in the first group or the second group, please take care of yourself, take care of your nervous system, because this isn't the end. This is just the start. When the ETs land, it's gonna get even crazier for the people that think that they know what reality is. And religious people, their whole reality is gonna break down even more. And please use your discernment in this time, because these people, these dark magicians that control the world, they're not even the ones that you have seen in the files. The people who are really behind the velvet curtain, the ones that are really controlling the world, you won't even see them. And many people are speculating that this release is controlled and that it is PSYOP, which means psychological operation, where they do it on purpose to distract us from something or fool us or to get a certain reaction out of us. We need discernment now more than ever, especially with AI. Like, it's getting so fucking realistic, you guys. You probably wouldn't be able to tell if I was one at this point, Like, it's scary. You can't trust anything out there. You can't trust any information out there. So you have to use your intuition, your third eye. Like, open it the fuck up. This is the moment. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do your meditation, your practices, your nervous system regulation, and practice tuning into your inner self and your discernment and intuition, because that's the only way that we can make it through this shit. Take everything with discernment, because these people know what they are doing. They are literally black magicians, dark magicians, and they usually release things to get a certain outcome out of people. What they would usually do is problem, reaction, solution. So they would create a problem, get a reaction out of the public, and then they're like, oh hey, here's a solution, ready to go. And people are more likely to accept it because people are now in a lowered state of fear, grief, sadness, confusion. They don't know what's going on. And so they look to the powers that be for certainty. And that's what happened with COVID. So what I'm seeing here is a possibility of problem reaction solution where they show us, hey, here's the problem. The problem is that the elites are blood-sucking, you know, cannibalistic PDFs. I'm gonna censor the word. And now the reaction is that the public hate the elites and the leaders of the world. And they will go, hey, here's a solution. A global reset. Maybe you don't even need global leaders anymore. Maybe we can now have a global reset with AI being our master. Imagine that. Not saying that's the case necessarily, but it's one possibility. It is apparent to me that Agenda 2030 is still at play. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's basically this agenda created by the elites under the guise of sustainability. And they basically want to control everything on planet Earth, to take stock of every single living being, to patent every single plant as a genetically modified organism, to push people into 15-minute cities and self-driven cars that are electric and connected to 5G, and then you wouldn't be able to leave the cities anymore. And you know, they're trying to create this agenda of control by saying to us, like, we're using up too many resources and we need to be put into these boxes. You'll only be able to fly a certain amount of times a year because you're using too much carbon. You know, you won't be able to drive out of your city into nature because it will be blocked off. All the land will be owned by them, and so we'll be eating all these matrix foods. So it's not sustainable at all, really. It's kind of just one big control agenda. So be aware of this. Keep it in the back of your mind as you see things playing out, that this is their final goal. And you can look into it yourself. A lot of it is censored now, but this man called Klaus Schwab, this German body that definitely doesn't look like a supervillain, came out with this quote that people were outraged by. That he's a spokesperson for Agenda 2030 and this whole sustainability thing, and he said, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." And people got outraged and the video was taken down, and the idea was that everything will be smart. Your fridge, your washing machine, everything will be connected to the internet, the Internet of Things they call it. And by it being smart, it's going to measure how much electricity you're using, how much carbon you're using. And if we allow this to happen, then, you know, if you say something against the government, you say, like what I'm doing now, your fridge will be cut off. Possibly, quite possibly. And you don't own anything because you're actually borrowing everything from the government, from the state. And everything will be delivered to you by fucking Amazon drones to your front door. This is their vision of sustainability, whilst, get this, at the same time as us being controlled and our carbon footprint being reduced to almost nothing, they are going to be flying in their private jets. and having their meetings in Davos, sipping, you know, champagne and quite possibly baby blood and fuck knows what else. So, you know, just keep your eye open, do your nervous system regulation, do your meditations, and try to keep yourself out of these lower vibrational states of fear, because this is exactly where we are controlled, is when we're consuming all this crap and we're giving our power away to all of this media and fear mongering, and we're trying to keep ourselves informed, but we're actually giving our energy to lower dimensional astral beings, if you believe that. I do, because I astral travel. You're giving away your energy to lower dimensional beings who are siphoning your energy for them. They're getting more powerful. So your job now is to take your power back and create the life of your fucking dreams and be happy. That's the biggest rebellion that you could possibly do. You know, living in nature, eating organically, being free as fuck, and saying no to all of this shit. So there it is, folks. That's my take on what is happening, uncensored as fuck. And I've been scared to go into this side of things on my social media platforms because, one, it is polarizing. Two, I was in a conspiracy theorist closet. Three, it's actually unsafe because when you start talking about these things, they come after you. And I've seen this countless times. I've seen people get deplatformed. I've seen people have police knock on their doors and their credit cards being blocked. And, you know, it is it is scary, but I am hoping that in the vast sea of content that is being created right now with these files that are coming out, this video will be slightly drowned out by that, and that the right people will find this who are meant to. So thanks for staying till the end of the video, and I hope you have a great day or night. One last thing, by the way, this is a time for light workers and people who are healers to really step forward in their mission and do what they're supposed to do on this planet, okay? We are here to support those people who are living in the matrix and in the false structure of what society once was. And we're here to be the support system because we already went through this shit and we knew what was about to happen. So we're actually prepared, and our nervous system hasn't taken such a massive hit. So we're here to support people who are just waking up. If that's you and you feel like your nervous system is absolutely fried and you feel like you're questioning your entire reality, I do one-to-one coaching, so if you want to book a session with me, you're welcome to do that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.